what goes on in prison?
Like doing my time in prison, man, to me it was like, I would say it can be anything. It's kind of crazy because I got a taste of both sides, good sides of doing time and bad side of doing time. But to me, it's more like it's a routine, because we get to this routine and we get frustrated, like we expect everything to just go smooth. But when something happens, like they don't pop the doors on time, or that's when the chaos begins. It could be like hell. You want to be hell, it will be hell. But if you want to, do good and stay out of trouble, then that's possible too. When I first come to prison, the people I hang out with, it was like a bunch of gang members, gang members, and old friends from the streets. And I mean, when I got here, I was already set up. They knew I was coming, so it was just all chaos from there. I'm pretty loyal dude, man. So like if I said I'm your friend, I'm riding with you, man. Like not gonna let you go. And that used to get me in a lot of troubles because I said ride or die, man. You said go, let's go. But and it was all about respect and being a man of your word. Well, people on the street would view me as a gang member. They see me and they assume, oh, he's a gang member. And it's kind of hard because that kind of pushed me away from people. I stopped hanging out with people and just hang out with the people that I know, that I feel comfortable with.
Use your morning routine.
Man, I got a pretty busy week. My week start with wake up, they pop the doors, 6 in the morning.
I am determined and focused. I am loving. I am honorable. I am peaceful.
Go to breakfast, come back, get ready for work. And that's crazy. I go to work now. And go to work and do my job in there and just keep learning what I'm doing right now and hang out with some friends that motivate me, they see something in me, they want to help me to keep growing. And then on Monday night, I gotta go to church. Being part of a church, it helps a lot, I would say, to keep my demons in check. Tuesday, I go to 7 House, ADSEC, we call it the Hole. I'm part of this program. It's called Institutional Peer Support. My job is to go out there and talk to the guys, help them out with what I can, and I would say more it's like just go in there and listen to them. At one time I was there, that was me right there. One time doing ADSEC.
I want you to think about all the lies we said.
It's hard, just to sit in there on your own. And it's pretty nice having somebody come check on you, and it's pretty easy to lose control of yourself in here. So the old me, it's a lot of different than who I am now. I was a little angry little kid. I was so angry to my dad growing up. So, I became aggressive. That anger pushed me to go to the street. I feel more love on the streets than I feel at home. So I feel like that was my freedom. Every chance I get, I'm going to the streets and doing some bad decisions in it. And I remember my first crime. We robbed this guy, and from there, everything got kind of worse. Then I got in touch with some heavy drugs. One day, my dad knew what I was doing, and so I remember that night, I walked out of the house. That's when my death wish began. I began to lose everything. I fall in love, man. I met this pretty girl, and my life was getting in a good direction. She got she got pregnant, and we got this beautiful girl. I remember the day I saw her born. It was amazing. That night that I committed the crime, what I'm here for, I remember I was in the house with my daughter. You know, when I went check on her, she was sleeping in her little crib. You know, I kind of lean over and give her a kiss. When I was walking out the door, I remember I turned back, and you know, she was like standing on her crib looking at me. And that's something that's been haunting me since that night, man. Cause you know, it's crazy that I choose my crazy life over my daughter. That night, man, you know, I just got on the streets and I got in a fight with this guy. You know, I ended up hurting this guy and he ended up dying. And the next morning I got arrested and I got charged with a first-degree murder, facing a death penalty or life without. On my mind, I was like, that's it, man, I'm done. I'm never gonna see my family again. I'm never gonna see nobody. I was lost that day, man, when I got arrested and demons start coming at me, man. Like, that's when I meet my words, man. I was out of control, man. I was screaming and just beating myself up. When I was on that dark moment, I remember this white boy, man. He stopped by my door, and I remember I told him, man, get away from my door, bro. He said, man, I'm gonna leave this Bible in here for you. I said, man, I don't want that. I looked the Bible in there and I'm like, damn. So I grab it. I open it. I read the whole Bible, bro. Like the whole Bible, since page 1 to the whole thing, man. And what was crazy that I couldn't stop reading the Bible. So when they turned the lights off, I was getting close to that little window with my Bible in and reading it. Some of the guards noticed it too. They're like, damn. I never seen somebody like too attached to that book. I would say I knew God, man, but that night I got close to God, and when I ended up reading the book, a couple days later, I remember I was laying on my bed, and you know, I started crying, man. I said, man, I'm gonna end up with death penalty or life without, man, and never gonna see nobody again. And you know, through this process to knowing God, He blessed me again, man. It was like He was always there, man. He was just waiting for me to grab His hand, man. And you know, to me, it was I get to my break point, and that's when I got on my knees and I told God, man, I'm done, man. Can't do this no more. You know, like, take control of my life, man, because I don't know what I'm doing. For some reason, I got some guy give me this paper about this program. You know, just start doing this drug program. You know, I got something in my mind that I said, man, I gotta do good. I remember God giving me my first bless, man. I got a email from the mother of my child. You know, I was surprised, man, because, you know, we've been talking for years, man, so I don't even know how my daughter looks like now. You know, we start talking, and the first thing, you know, I apologized to her. You know, she's like, we're gonna wait until the baby's ready to talk to you. So I said, okay. You know, that little give me more hope, man. You know, that kind of bring a little light to my life. A couple months later, I get to talk to my daughter on the phone. I called her mom on my daughter's birthday. We get to talk a little bit, you know, I get to talk to my daughter, man, and like that little light was getting bigger. Having those good feelings, man, it kind of motivates me to move forward, man, and get some more things. So then I went and signed up to get my GED. Then, you know, 6 months and bang, I got my GED. You know, I started doing more programs and getting involved on teaching classes. You know, like sharing my life with others, man, and my struggles and how to overcome my struggles. And I remember this guy, he told me, he said, man, you walk like you talk. At first I was like, what do you mean? But he said, man, your actions, your actions says a lot about you, man, because you've been doing everything you said you're gonna do. It's a pretty good feeling knowing that, the homeboys look up to me, and every time they see me, they're like, man, we're proud of you, man. They're like, you gave us hope, man.
What's one thing you can tell people who are looking at this right now?
To my homeboys, they look up to me. First, I want to say I'm sorry, man, because at one point, I was a bad example for my homeboys. We was getting praised for doing bad things, man, and so now I want us to get praised for doing good things, man. And for real, I would like to say I'm sorry to my victims' family, because I know it's nothing I can say that will fix something, but like they told me, man, my actions will show them that I'm sorry. To my mom, I want to say thank you for all the prayers that she did, and I'm sorry for all the tears. I would say I'm sorry to myself, because at one point I was hurting myself, like it was no reason for me to hurt myself. To my little one, Isabella is her name, I just want her to know that I love her, and then I'm sorry for not be there, and hopefully pretty soon I'll be there. How much is enough? They have seen him praying, so my life will be good. And he was praying to all the saints for me to come home. For that street, that day when you walk away, why I didn't stop you and tell you not to go? When I was a kid, I didn't have a father. Now that I am a father, I don't have a son to give my love. Son, I need you. Take care, and God will give you. Take care, and God will give you your freedom at the right moment, so you can continue my legacy, and God will heal all the pain, and you will be happy. Damn. That was the last thing I heard from my dad, man. And I was mad at him, man, and I didn't get a chance to apologize to him. And that hurts, man, cause I know he's watching over me, man, but I wish I can tell him I'm sorry. And I do it every night. Every night I told him, man. When I get to pray and tell him, man, I'm sorry, Dad.